What's going on, everybody? It's Builds by Johnny. See, we finally got the shirts made, but today I'm going to show you guys how to get your taillights stock looking like this to this right here. The first thing we're going to do is break the lens off the stock taillight. You can either do this with a hammer if you're feeling froggy, or if you want, you can cut it out with a Dremel. So we're going to get this lens all cracked apart and we'll get to the next step. Alright, so we used a pair of pliers and a hammer and broke off all the surrounding edges. I did kind of crack this one a little bit, so I got to glue it back together. But now we're on to cutting the lens off these aftermarket taillights. You can get these on eBay for like $300-400, I think they are. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the lens. You want to cut closer to the plastic on the taillight itself, so you don't cut into the lens itself. But we're going to cut this, and I'll show you guys how we connect this lens to that taillight to get this result. So we got the lens cut off the other taillight, and we cleaned it up. There was some plastic around the edging, so we just kind of cleaned it up. Nothing perfect, but it's going to get sealed up anyway. So clean the inside of this lens here, blew everything out of this taillight, and wiped it all down. We're ready to glue the lens on. Alright, so after you get your taillights sealed with the new lenses on them, the next thing to do is cover up this area, because you can kind of see the glue and the just the spots where you sealed in there. So what we do is you can either spray paint, or I like to use wrap. I'm just not good with taping up straight lines. So what I'm going to do is wrap over this, and I'm going to cut out the edges just like I did on my other taillights, and that'll be the finished product. Alright, so we went ahead and wrapped around the edges, and it definitely looks a lot better. This one is probably the worst out of the taillights that I did, but it's still not too bad. Now the only thing left to do is install the taillights, and when you get done, you'll end up with something like this. So much better. And here's the finished product. Pretty sick.